Dan, you've been on the bench for the last 4 games. Have you been able to influence them as you've wanted to when you've come on?
I say one game definitely I had. I think we were 2-1 down. I come on, I got an assist. I feel like I changed the game. So maybe the one time, maybe not the other times.
But that's the key point, isn't it? When you are on the bench, you've got to be prepared at any moment to have 30 minutes, 60 minutes, or even longer potentially.
Yeah, you've always got to be ready. It just obviously sometimes you can affect it, sometimes you can't. But you just got to try your best.
In that group of 4 matches, you were chasing the game against Crewe, which you won.
Yeah.
You were chasing the game at Chesterfield. The key point is you actually want to get your noses in front and avoid that concept of feeling you're coming from behind in the game, both on the scoreboard and tactically.
Yeah, I think the game against, who was the second game we said?
Chesterfield.
Come on, unfortunately we got a man sent off, so it really did change the game. So it was, obviously I come on to affect it going forward, but probably ended up doing a lot more work going the other way.
Have you looked at all this week at the league match against Exeter from early in the season, now that you're playing them in the Cup?
No, we haven't looked at that. We haven't looked at that this week.
Does that say that that spell in the season has gone then, in a sense that you feel you're in a different place now?
We've still got another day left of the week. We probably will have a look over it, but we're trying to work on more our way of playing. And
to that end, you've got quite a lot of injuries at the moment. So Mark was saying that the training this week has been a bit different because you've had people perhaps looking at different tactical positions for the side for Saturday in particular.
Yeah, we've had to obviously mix it up a little bit because injuries that were unforced sort of thing. So trying to work at other avenues how we can play.
How do you feel about playing another League Two side at home at this stage? Because the third round is, in a sense, it's the round everybody wants to get to. So this is quite a significant hurdle, isn't it? Yeah,
you would prefer to play a lesser team in the lower leagues, but obviously you're up against players that you're playing against week in, week out. It's not going to be a big shock. You know what to expect. So it could be anyone really. You still got to put in the shift and play your best.
I'm sure you watch through the season the highlights from the other matches. Have you looked at Exeter and thought that some people like Stockley and Reed, they have to be kept quiet?
Yeah, you've got there's key players in every team where you've got to. We try to we get given all the information who's their better players, and we always try to keep them quiet. And if you do that, 9 times out of 10 you get a result.
And off the back of the performance last week, I mean, you were tested in the second half. You were on the back foot a bit, but you came out of it with 1 point, which was probably fair enough on the day. Have you felt that this run, which is 1 defeat in the last 7, 2 defeats in the last 9? That's good enough to go into a game like this with some confidence?
We went into, obviously we're confident to go into the games. We feel like we could have done a lot better in the draw. To be fair, I feel like we did well to draw the game. I feel like we was under pressure a lot during the game, but maybe 6-7 weeks ago we would have probably lost that game. So we got to take that as a positive.
Great, thank you.
Dan, you must be, obviously it's the FA Cup. Mm-hmm. Huge excitement. As a child growing up, was it something you sort of really followed?
Yeah, the FA Cup's massive. Like everyone's looking at it, everyone's watching who gets who the lesser teams beating the bigger teams. It's just every kid's dream to play a big team and beat them.
Yeah. Have you got a team that if you get through on Saturday you would be wanting to play?
My team's obviously Chelsea, so I'd love
Chelsea away.
Yeah, that would be great.
That would be a good one. It's quite ironic, isn't it? Last year you were at Sutton, you left Sutton to join Forest Green, and then Sutton went on this magical FA Cup run. I guess there were parts of you that were slightly gutted.
Yeah, I actually didn't get to play against Sutton in that game, and obviously we lost. Obviously I watched their journey, and it was in a sense gutting, but I feel like my journey with the promotion was in the end better.
Yeah, you've been at Forest Green now for just over a year. Yeah. It seems like you've been here forever. How do you feel your first year's gone?
I've settled down. I feel like I'm a part of the group now, so it's a nice feeling to feel like you're welcome. Yeah. Not like I didn't feel welcome, but obviously it's different when you've been at somewhere else and then you come into somewhere new.
Yeah, and of course as well, it's full-time football now as well, isn't it? Whereas Sutton was part-time.
Yeah.
How have you adapted to? You're playing a bit higher up the pitch this season, aren't you? How do you feel that's going for you?
I've always been like a attacking player, so I started my career higher up the pitch and then worked my way back. So it's not like it's completely unnatural for me to play left wing or maybe even go up top. Like you know the sort of runs you need to be doing, so it's not unnatural.